Welcome back. Day 2 of practice at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and the first crash of the season. Former F1 champ Fernando Alonso finding the wall. Let's get right to Brad Brown at IMS. How's he doing, Brad?
He's doing fine, Amanda. We're standing here in Gasoline Alley where just about 20 minutes ago we saw the mangled shell of his number 66 car roll back to the Aero SP McLaren garage, where those guys are going to have a lot of work to do. There's one single practice session on Friday before qualifying on Saturday. And if you remember, one of the storylines coming into this, the fact that Alonso missed the race last year. Coming back here with a little bit of redemption in mind, really hoping with kind of an energized team, a re-energized effort to make this a little easier. Now, there's only 33 cars, so he'll be in the field. Where he ends up in the field this weekend remains to be seen. But let's show you the incident that Amanda mentioned and we've been talking about here. This happened just about 5:15. Practice really was cruising right along, and then Alonso going into turn 4 as he enters that turn, got his left front wheel down on that concrete berm that runs on the inside of the asphalt. And as drivers have here for decades, when you hit that spot, the car kind of goes slick. It goes wild on the back end, and he hit the outside wall on the top of the front stretch. That car slid all the way down toward the entrance to pit lane. Fortunately, it slid enough to the outside, or excuse me, to the far inside. Didn't hit the pit attenuator, but it did hit the other wall there as well. Alonso did climb out of the car. He was fine. The car was not. Afterwards, though, we caught up with the former Formula One world champion back at the medical center, who had a pretty easy recap of what happened.
I lost the grip, and yeah, this place, the walls are coming very close, and you know, nothing you can do at one point. You become, as a passenger, let's say, behind the wheel, and yeah, we managed to do good laps today, and it was a good day until now, and yeah, we unfortunately had this mistake, this problem now, and yeah, I'm sorry for the team, and hopefully tomorrow we can run a clean day.
You mentioned those walls coming quickly. Drivers really in that pack going a little bit more than 220 miles an hour at that point in practice. So again, Alonso is fine. We'll see what kind of work they're able to get done. Again, tomorrow is the Fast Friday practice. The horsepower will go up ahead of qualifying, a completely different car they'll have to deal with, so we'll see how Alonso is able to bounce back tomorrow as practice continues. Let's show you a little more of the busy action you can hear going on behind me here as we're down to these final about 15 minutes of practice left. They'll go until 5:30 today. Long line of traffic here in this last hour. Cars lining up 6, 8, 10, 12 deep as we've seen lap speeds reach up and over 225 miles an hour for a couple of drivers today. That includes Connor Daly, driving for Ed Carpenter Racing. We talked earlier this week about his hookup with the new engineer Cole Pern. Seems that things are going well so far for Connor. He's enjoying his first couple of days here in the month of August. What do you like out of the car today?
Well, the fact that it's fast is nice. I'm actually just really happy being in this team. Cole's done a good job as our engineer so far, but it's just one day at a time, right? We obviously know everyone's trying to get better themselves, so we'll see. But definitely have started here. This is the best I've ever started here this month, for sure.
Takuma Sato, the other driver, over 225 so far today. Hey, a ton of cool helmets out here with these drivers now. These guys and the artists that create these helmet designs, just some very creative things we're seeing all up and down pit lane. A ton of good ones, but there's one particularly great one. Max Chilton coming here with a textured Borg Warner trophy design on his helmet, inspired by the great trophy here that goes and honors the champion of the Indianapolis 500. And our Dave first caught up with Max earlier to tell him a little bit about it.
Yeah, I'm very happy with it. It's part of the fun of the Indy 500, letting the drivers sort of create something. I've been fortunate enough to have the same helmet painter for 15 years, and he's an artist like my wife is. Yeah. And I know my wife is happiest when she can do what she wants, so I give him free reins. He came up with this last year with the Borg. It's not just shadowing, it is actually textured, so it's pretty impressive.
Very cool stuff there. Hey, we'll have our first WRTV trackside special coming up tonight at 7:30. More on Roger Penske's new era beginning here at IMS. We'll also hear from the defending champion of the Indy 500, Simon Pagenaud. We'll look back 50 years to Al Unser's first win. That's all tonight right here at IMS at 7:30. And hey, something fun we've seen around here. Fun, I guess, neat, interesting. It'll be a piece of history. We walk around the track. When they were thinking they were going to have fans here, they had started putting out these red do not use dots on about every other seat. They got 50,000 dots in, and then of course you know the rest of the story. There won't be fans here, but as we look around, you see some of the video of the stands here. Lots of dots. That's what's left here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Our coverage will continue tonight back here at the track. We'll be back in about an hour on the news at 6. Day first, Tony Khan will recap day 2 of practice. We'll see you then at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.